Good evening, everybody. I hope you're having a good Saturday night. Before I begin telling you what I am going to show you here in the next few pictures, I'm asking that, just in case, please make a point to, as quickly as possible, copy this video and make it viral, because I think I may be seeing something here that is, well, let's just say, I'll tell you what, I'll let you decide, okay? And so, as you guys know, I have a very nice camera. It's a $2,000 camera. It's a Sony NEX VG10. It's got 14.3 megapixels. It does 1080p video, and has a 200mm zoom built in, and the ability to change lenses. So this camera is about a $2,000 camera. It's not a toy. And I got it because of all other things that we're seeing and things that are developing. And so one of the things that I've been doing recently is taking pictures of the sun. And I've been adjusting the aperture on the camera and stuff like that. And one of the things that's really neat about this camera is I can take pictures of the sun, and I can also, I don't see it when I'm taking the picture, but when I get in, I can actually see some of the stars and stuff like that are around the sun. For example, let me just show you. You can actually see some of the stars and stuff that you normally would not be able to see, because when you're looking directly into the sun, obviously it's too bright. But if you can adjust the aperture just a little bit, you can change that. So right now I'm flipping through some pictures for you just to show you kind of what I see when I go outside and take pictures. So I got inside, and in order to adjust these so that you can actually see what you're looking at, what I'll do is I'll create like a white balance, and what it does is it pulls out the whites wherever they need to be, so you can actually see the contrast better. Contrast alone doesn't do the best job in the world. But what I'm going to do is, on a couple of these, I'm going to show you something that I found. And what's really interesting about what I found is it seems to be about equidistant from the sun in all pictures. It's also the same size, and it's also very spherical looking. And what you're seeing right now is what I would normally see with the picture, but I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. So I'm going to use a tool that I use called GIMP. GIMP is a freeware, probably the best paint tool that you can possibly get. Okay, I've got that right here. So, okay, so I've messed around with I haven't done anything to this yet. I'm going to apply one thing to it, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring out all of the colors in the picture. And when I do that, you're going to see something really interesting. So this is just color enhance. You see that right there? I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's zoom in just a little bit. And this is not the only picture I'm going to show you. Okay? You notice how far it is away from the sun. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a white balance on this area right here, just to balance the white. Okay? And what's interesting about this is that looks spherical, does it not? And there looks like there could be something right here, but that would be very difficult to pull out because it's very blended. Okay? So that's the first picture. Let me show you the second one. Okay, we're back to the preview area. That's the first picture you saw. So now I'm going to skip to okay, let's take a look at this picture here. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull it up real quick. Here it is. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the same effect, color enhance. Okay. And you can see that this right here is just, it looks, I don't really know what that is, but it's definitely not spherical. I think that's just an anomaly right there. But let's take a look at this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a white balance to this now. So let's go ahead and do that with this area. And just so you can see, I'll apply a white balance to this other area too. Okay, so there we go. Now, if I compare the distance, let's see. If I compare the distance between what I'm seeing on the first one that we looked at and that one, if you notice, they're about the same and they're about the same size, right? Can you see that? Okay. You notice that these two pictures, basically, you can tell this one was taken when the sun was larger or when I probably had less of a zoom on, and this one was taken a little bit farther away. In both cases, okay, obviously this thing is, when the sun, depending on what time of the day it is, it looks different on where it is, but the size of it and the location, as far as the distance from the sun seems to be the same. Now I'm going to show you one more picture, and this last picture to me is the smoking gun. Okay, so let me pull that one up. That should be this one right here. This picture has an amazing amount of detail in it once I do the color enhance, which to me is, well, see for yourself. Let's pull this thing up real quick. And here it is. Okay, you ready for this? Same effect, okay? I'm going to enhance the color, and then I'm going to zoom in after that so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at that. Let's zoom in just a little bit. That's not a lens flare, folks. Okay, that is not a lens flare. This picture was taken outside. Let's go ahead and apply a white balance to it so maybe we can pull out the differences a little bit better. Look at that. So what I suggest that you do is please copy this video as soon as possible and make it viral so everybody knows what's going on.